is, while writing, why do we refer? So while writing, we refer to the research papers or published documents in any other form. While writing the introduction of our research paper or thesis, and to give the background of our research, what we have done, and to identify the research gaps, to present the need and rationale of the research I am doing, and also to justify the methodology, why the particular methodology was selected to for the study, and also at last to discuss the findings of the research. So these are the few objectives of referring while reading and while writing. So when we are talking about referencing and citation styles, it means we are authors or we are going to be author. So that is the claim we are making, that I am going to be an author or I am an author right now. So when I am author, then I am claiming something. Whatever we write as a research paper, I will take example. We can also take thesis. So let us take research paper. Both are same. Only the content size is smaller and larger. Structure is same. Methods are right. Methods of writing is same. Everything is same. So when I'm writing something as a research report, whether research paper or thesis, so I'm writing something which is my thought content, and I'm writing in my own words. This is one component of my writing, that these thought contents are mine and these are written in my own words. And there is another component, that is others' thought content in others' word. I have taken the idea, I have taken the sentence, the structure, the paragraph from somebody else's work, and I am writing as it is. As it is, I am putting in my writing. So there are two components. And one more, when we write as it is from others' content, then we have to put it under double quote, or we have to quote it. Generally with double quote and other things we will see. So when I am writing something in my own words and the idea is mine, no problem in that. When I am writing something in others' word, I have taken from somewhere else, and the idea, the words are not mine, then we have to put them under quotation. As a quote we have to put in my writing. The third component of writing comes when the thought content is not mine, but I have written in my own words. So I have taken the concept, the idea, the thought content of the writing from somebody else, but I have written in my own words, and then it is called paraphrase. Paraphrasing means rewriting the same thing in my own words, and also summaries. So whenever we are taking thought content and or words from somebody else, we have to either put under double quote, we have to either make that paraphrased, or we have to write as summaries. And whenever we are doing these things, we have to give citation. So this is very important. As an author, we should be very clear. If I have written something in my own words, the idea is mine, there is no quotation, no citation required. And if I have taken somebody else's idea, thought content and their words, then we have to quote. And if I have taken the idea from somebody else and I have written in my own words, then we have to paraphrase. Whether we paraphrase or quote, we have to give citation. So now the question must be coming to the minds of young researchers what citation is. So we will learn slowly. So components of referencing. Citation and referencing goes side by side. You will be learning this one by one. We are moving. So components of referencing. Referencing means what? So one component is quotation. We have taken some words from somebody else and put under double quote. This is one component. Like this. These are not my words, put under double quote. Something which we put under double quote, it means I am declaring these are not my words. Whatever comes under double quote, it is evident, it is clear that we have taken these words from somebody else. One question comes, I think I will skip it now, later we will talk, because there is ambiguity there, how many words we can put under double quote. Quickly I will run through, you can educate yourself later on this. So see this example. This example I have taken from my PhD thesis, where I was defining the knowledge organization systems, and I have taken a definition from Hodge, an author, and the definition goes a longer. So when it is very long, it is not under double quote. There is another way of quoting that I'll show you. It is visible here, I'll explain you. This is called block quotation or indented matter. Block quotations means something I have quoted, but the length of the quotation is longer than the required length, which can be put under double quote. So it has to be indented. Indented means what? There is no rule of thumb, but normally more than 39 words we should not put under double quote. At other citation styles, I found more than 50 words. Somewhere I found more than 5 lines should not be put under double quote. And one is bold here, more than 3 lines, which I learned from the copy editor of my research paper, which was published by Emerald. They put a definition which was running more than 3 lines. They put as a block quotation when they did the proofreading, and copy editor was working on my paper. So as of now, you can take more than 3 lines or more than 39 words. But remember, there is no rule of thumb. If something is larger than this, then it has to be block quoted. So what do we mean by block quotation? So the font size of block quotation is 1 less than the usual font size. Suppose you are writing your research paper with font size 12, the block quotation should be 11. It should be indented 0.5 inch or 5 spaces from left. Some authors also indent from right as well. There is no rule of thumb, I said, but 1.1 font size lesser, 5 space indented, and single line spacing, and 1 line space before and after the block text. So you can just educate yourself later at leisure. But as of now, you learn that we have to quote something. We can quote by putting under double quotes, and we can quote as a block quotation. Paraphrasing. We will learn about paraphrasing when we will talk about the plagiarism. So now, components of referencing. There is a term called in-text citations. You might have read in research papers, you might have seen, observed. Say, for example, there is one example I have written here. KO is, something is under double quote. This is a definition I have taken from an author, Jorland, 2016. So something we put under double quote, and besides that, we have given the author name and year. This is called citation. This is citation. I am citing this author who has published in 2016. This is one example. This is another way of citing. This is also in-text citation. Another author, Anderson, he defined knowledge organization system. I put the definition under double quote. In first example, I have given the citation at the end of the quotation mark. In second one, I have given the author in the first. So Anderson defines knowledge organization. This is just English structure. I have used it to not to make monotonous. So Anderson defines like this. Jorland definition is given like that. So these two are examples of in-text citation. And at times we might need to cite multiple sources for the single statement. Like many recent studies have shown that blah, 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 whatever comes later. So many recent studies, and I have given Smith 2001, Jones 2005. So these two papers have shown something. So this is multiple sources, referring to the multiple sources or citing multiple sources. Similarly, recent evidence suggests that some claim, and what are the papers? Smith, Jones, and Johnson. So these are arbitrary names, just for example I have taken. So this is how we can refer to multiple sources. Referring to secondary sources. Secondary sources means I am reading one paper written by, say, for example, John, and John has cited or quoted Smith in his paper. So I don't have Smith's paper, I have John's paper. So Smith's paper becomes secondary source for my writing. So how to deal with? So take for one example, Smith 1973 cited in Jones 2002. Means I am reading Jones 2002 paper who cited Smith 1973 paper, and I am putting the claim of Smith, not the claim of Jones. Since I do not have access to Smith, I am reading Smith argument in Jones paper. So Smith becomes secondary source for me. So this is how we can put it while citing. Another way, Smith 2000 citing Jones. Smith, I am reading Smith. Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Please, sir, फिर से इसको repeat कर देंगे क्या, sir?
Secondary sources.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm doing that. I would have done later, but it's good that you asked me.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Secondary
sir.
sources. This is one example. Here in this example, what it reads: Smith 1973 cited in Jones 2002. So the latest paper is Jones paper, which I am reading, and Jones has cited Smith in his paper. Smith published in 1973. I am reading Jones paper published in 2002. So how to cite Smith? This is the question. This is the problem for me. So this is one of the ways. Smith, then give the year of Smith paper, comma, cited in Jones and the year of that publication. This is one way. Similarly, there are other ways also. So second one you see, it will become more clear. Smith 2000 means now the paper I am reading is Smith citing Jones. This is general English, like learning without grammar. We are learning by the structure of the English sentence. So similarly, how we can cite others. So there are three ways I have given here. Smith 2000 citing Jones. Who is citing? Smith. So I am reading Smith paper. I don't have access to Jones, and some claim is being made by Jones in 1998, but that is secondary source for me. Third way, Smith draws on the work of Jones. This is more clear, I think. I will put this one first example in next presentation. Yeah, Smith draws on the work of Jones. Who suggested that? Who suggested? Jones. So Jones here in the third example is my secondary source. Fine. So these are the three ways. You may also find other, because this is not rule. This is simple English structure. Yeah. Proceeding further, at the end of the research paper, we have to give the bibliography or the references at the end of the paper, where what we are supposed to give all the vital identifiers of the research paper. This is one example. Author name, here it is Atherton Lucy, 2002 is year of publication, then title of the paper, then journal name, volume, issue number, and then page number. So these are the vital information for a research paper published in a journal. It varies from document to document. If it is a book, these vital information things will change as per requirement of a book description. If it is a conference proceeding paper, it will change like that. If it is a standard, it will change like that. If it is case study, it will change like that. If it is a newspaper article, it will change like that. So we cannot see everything here. The basic structure of the references we are giving at the end of the writing must have the author, the title, the source of publication, whether journal or proceedings, volume number, issue number, and page numbers. Take for example another example. The second one, you just have a look, I'm not reading it. And third also, you have a look, I'm not reading. You all know that. The only addition is DOI. If the document is available in digital format, we must provide the DOI. Just have a look on this, we will proceed. So I assume that you have noticed that author, year of publication, title of the paper, journal name, volume, issue number and page number, and now DOI also. These are the vital information for journal articles. And for other documents, you can Google and spend time to educate yourself. This cannot be taught in a class, or it cannot be taught in a small course. You have to educate yourself. What are the different types of documents you are going to refer in your writing? You educate yourself and go ahead. So citation styles. So let us see what are the citation styles. So one of the most popular citation style means what? Let me first explain. What we have seen till now, when we are writing something for academic writing, not the fiction. So we are writing, then we are referring to other literature sources. When we are referring to other literature sources, we have to tell our readers that this is citation, and at the end of the writing, this is reference. So we are citing, we are referring to a document which is already published, which I have read, and I have taken something from there. So this much we have learned. So how to cite and how to give reference, there are standards, there are standard ways of doing it. So all those standard ways of doing are called citation styles. So one of the most popular citation style which exists in this world is APA style, American Psychological Association style. So this is one of the most popular citation style. Another popular citation style you might have heard, MLA, Modern Language Association, probably MLA style. So APA, MLA, then there are other styles also. I will talk about that, and definitely I have to talk about that. One of the simplest citation style is Nature style. Nature journal, they have their own citation style. That is the simplest and most functional citation style. We will see that later. So what APA style says and what MLA style says, just to differentiate, just to make you understand, there are minor differences in the way information are presented. So just to have a look, APA citation style says, suppose a paper is written by 1, 2, 3, 4 authors. So APA style says you give the surname of all the 4 authors and then year of publication as citation. As citation means in-text citation, where I am writing something and I have taken from this paper. So I have to give within parenthesis in-text citation. So it is in-text citation first part. Second part is the reference, complete details of this paper. So here comes first author, second author, third author, and fourth author. Then within parenthesis, year of publication, full stop. Here this full stop, parenthesis, everything matters. Then the title of the paper, then full stop, then in proceedings of, this is a conference proceeding, so it is written like that, and in proceedings of is written italic. You can differentiate that. Proceedings of the italic, then page numbers within parentheses. So this is one of the ways we can describe the document. Let us see another example. The same thing, same paper, when we are using APA style, is written the way I have just told you. And same paper, when we are using MLA style, it becomes little crisp and smaller. How? Instead of giving 4 author names, MLA says you give the first author name and type the letters et al. Et al means others are also there. And then you give in references, you give like this. So just you have to educate yourself. You have to spend some time to learn these skills. Not everything, because reference management softwares can take care of these styles. That is the main purpose of reference management software. Okay. So I will come to that later. Just to give you an example, there are different citation style, APA style, MLA style, and there are differences how we present the information. This is another style, Chicago Manual of Style. Same document I have written here. You need not to learn everything right now. Just have a flavor, have a taste of differences. And this is IEEE citation style. IEEE is numbered style. Numbered put under big brackets. So this is numbered style. Okay, same thing is written like that. And I told you the simplest citation style of the world is nature. Number 1, superscript. Superscript you might know. I have written something and then superscript means little higher font. The font goes little higher and smaller, probably 50%. I don't remember the percentage, but smaller. Superscript, when we write 2nd October, so 2 ND and you put a space in Microsoft Word, it makes second. So that is superscript. So 1 becomes the identifier, 1 becomes the citation of this document, and at serial number 1 in the references we are giving the other details. So this is the plain and simple citation style. So I hope that you have a little idea of different types of citation styles and how different types of citation styles vary from each other. So these are 4-5 most common citation styles, and we have seen the differences. Just to recap, APA citation style, you see the citation part and also see the references part. Citation part, all the 4 authors. MLA style, only first author, et al. Chicago Manual of Style, first author, et al. And year also. IEEE says within big bracket you put 1 and give the complete reference at the end. Nature says you put 1 as a superscript and give the references at the end. So these are the diversity of citation styles. 5 citation styles we have seen only for a paper published in proceeding of a journal, a proceeding of a conference. Now, every publisher, they have different citation style. Not only every publisher, even most of the journals published by one publisher, they follow different citation styles. I don't know why, nobody knows why, but it is going on. And I would request you to make a blind guess about the total number of citation styles which exist on this earth today. Make a blind guess, unmute yourself and just make a blind guess. Nobody is speaking or nobody is listening. Just let me tell you, it is more than 10,000 citation styles which are registered, and there are very few Indian citation styles. Indian journals are following the citation styles, very few of them are registered. So in every country there would be other journals, publishing journals who have their own citation style. They are not following any standard citation style. Okay, so more than 10,000 citation styles, nobody can learn, nobody can go through it in entire life. So what to do? We will just have a brief idea of what type of information we have to give in citation and what type of information we have to give in the reference. And converting from one citation style to another citation style, let the reference management software do. what reference management software can do, it will make your face happy. Because suppose you are writing a research paper following APA citation style. You completed your paper, you sent to a journal. Unfortunately, the journal rejected your paper with reviewers' comments. You modified your paper and now you decided to send to another journal. So another journal is asking you send the paper in APA citation style, not in APA citation style, it should be in MLA citation style. Now, suppose you have 25, 30, 40 references in your research paper. So changing all these comma, full stop, italic, bold, parenthesis, these are donkey job in fact. So changing all those things correctly from one style to another style, it becomes a havoc. I did it for my one paper and it took 6.5 hours just to convert the citation style from one style to another style, because that journal was not following any of these 10,000 citation styles. But if you are publishing with established journals by established publishing houses, be it commercial or society publications, then they must be following one of the registered citation styles. And if it is so, the reference management software, be it Zotero or Mendeley, the free ones, or it EndNote, they can easily handle all these citation styles from one style to another style. The only few tricks are there that you will have to learn while talking about reference management software. I'll try to cover that tricks, because once you convert from one style to another style, it is very easy to do that. But if you are writing and changing some manual things done by the reference management software, then it will become a bit difficult. Okay, so this is the case for reference management software. I hope you understood citation, references, how to give citation in text, how to cite multiple sources, how to cite secondary sources, how to quote using double quote, how to quote using block quotation, and what are the different citation styles. So this part is over. Reference management softwares can manage, here this is old data 8000 when I started giving lectures on reference management software somewhere 10 years ago, then there were 8000 citation styles. It can also do much more for you. It can manage your research literature, the PDF files you download. It can organize your library, personal library. Instead of keeping your PDF in folders and subfolders, you can manage them very efficiently using reference management software within collections and sub collections. And you can filter out your PDF files. You can also search by author, title, or full text of the document you have put in your reference management software. You can manage your annotations. Annotations means highlighting your PDF file, putting sticky notes on the PDF files, and making other types of notes of your document. That also you can do. We will see all these things. We will see today itself. So there are few examples of commercial reference management software. One is EndNote by Clarivate. Another is Papers by Springer. And these are paid things, so I did not use much. Only trial thing I have seen for EndNote. No doubt EndNote is most efficient and most widely used around the world, but since it is paid, we are not talking about this now. And the free wala things are Mendeley and Zotero. These two are most popular. Both are equally efficient. Only few differences are there in the workflows, how it works. So you have seen Zotero. Today I will show you Mendeley. You spend some time with Mendeley, you spend some time with Zotero, and then you decide. Like when we have to buy a car or we have to buy a scooty or bike, say for example, so we will go to each showrooms, no? Go to Maruti showrooms also, then go to Honda, then go to Hyundai, and then we will work out which one is better. We will take the trial access. So a trial, drive. So you also try both of these and you find a better software for yourself. There is no recommendation, and you are the best person to choose a reference management software for yourself. Okay. Now, what is plagiarism? We will start with another PPT. I'm closing this. It is related to citation and references. As of now, you take it. And let me go to another presentation. Somebody confirm me that you are able to see my presentation in full screen.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Fine. Thank you. So before going into plagiarism, let us talk something in general. Something in general. Few things I have written here. I have taken from somebody. I have taken this idea from somebody else, and I have put here. And you tell me whether this is right or wrong thing to do. Now it is the turn of participants. If you don't speak, I will also not speak. Okay. So you have to tell me the first sentence you read and tell me whether it is right thing to do or wrong thing to do. You read and tell me, then only I will proceed.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर ये वाइट बैकग्राउंड नहीं हो सकता है क्या सर? ये ब्लैक है तो बहुत अच्छा विजिबल नहीं है सर.
अब अभी तो बैकग्राउंड चेंज करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
ओके सर, नो प्रॉब्लम सर, नो प्रॉब्लम.
हाँ हाँ. You have to read this sentence and tell me whether this is a right thing to do or wrong thing to do. If you don't speak, my enthusiasm will go away. Then I will do blah 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 lecture kind of thing without bothering whether you are learning or not. So nobody is willing to speak. Fine. This is wrong thing to do. A shopkeeper cleverly changes the expiry date on food items so that they can keep those things on the shelf for longer time. It is wrong thing to do, right?
Wrong. Yes sir.
Wrong. Now this second one.
I can read it for all of you. A student copies paragraphs from a textbook to answer question in an assignment because she thinks it is fine to do so. You all have to answer right. It is right or wrong.
Also wrong.
It's wrong thing to do, right? Okay, fine. This one.
Where are others? Where are Kuldeep and Sainath sir? Sir, are you there? Not there. Okay, maybe they went somewhere. So this is a student has not studied for his examination and copies the writing of his neighbor in the exam hall when no one is looking. So what is it? Is right thing or wrong thing to do?
Okay, so with these 2-3 examples, what I wanted to make a point that we all know what is right or wrong morally in our life, whether we should do or we should not do. Okay, so with these few examples, we know that we have the understanding to decide if it is right thing to do or wrong thing to do. Okay, so here I wanted to say that plagiarism is wrong thing to do. That's it. And what is plagiarism? We will learn gradually. So let me skip this practice because nobody is participating. So coming to unethical practices in research writing. One thing, presenting published information as new information. This is an unethical practice in research. Presenting someone else's findings as our own finding. Wrong thing. Presenting someone else's findings without a citation. Without a citation. If I'm not giving citation means I'm stealing. I'm chori kar raha hu. Citation I have given means I tell my reader that these are not my words. I have taken somebody else. Copying a substantial amount of text from past publications, even with a citation, direct copying without using quotation. This is also wrong. Repeating one's own previously published findings without a citation. This is also wrong. And all these things can be defined as plagiarism. as of now, you take this and I will make clearly understandable what is plagiarism. So before coming to what is actually plagiarism, let me show you few consequences if someone is caught of plagiarizing, what might happen. So few consequences before publication. Suppose you have submitted a manuscript to a publisher and the publisher identifies that you have plagiarized. So the publisher may take few decisions. If it is minor case of plagiarism, I have taken this example from Springer. It varies from publisher to publisher. I have taken from Springer. So if it is a minor case of plagiarism, chota mota chori kiya hai, to a warning is given to the authors and a request to change the text and properly cite the original article. This is given to the author. If it is intermediate case of plagiarism, means thoda bada, medium size ka chori kiya hai, then the submitted article is rejected and the authors are forbidden to submit further articles for 1 year. This was Springer's policy few years ago. I have not updated today. So you should educate yourself on this. And if it is a severe case of plagiarism, means you have plagiarized the findings of somebody else or you have plagiarized their data also, then your paper is rejected and you are forbidden for submitting the papers to that particular journals for next 5 years. So these are few ways publishers treat if something is plagiarized before publication. Okay. After publication, what happens? I have taken this example from Elsevier, one of the largest publishers of the world. So they publish a corrigendum or erratum and formally they retract the paper. Retraction means, I will tell you about retraction. Formal mean, yes.
ನಾನು ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ UG ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ PG
Somebody is talking without muting the microphone. Please mute yourself. So there is something has been published by Elsevier, and later on, if they come to know that there was plagiarism or there was some other issue with the paper, so I am talking about plagiarism as of now. If the publisher comes to know that the paper published by them was plagiarized, so they will publish a corrigendum in the next issue and they will retract the paper. Retraction means what? I will tell you. And the editorial board will take further decision on the author's chances or group of authors, whether they can publish, they can submit manuscript in their journal or not later on, that they will decide. Retraction means a retraction note is put on the paper. The paper remains on the publisher website as it is forever. And a watermark, large watermark is printed on every page, retracted. And then retraction note will be there, why the paper was retracted. So it remains like that, and it's a defame kind of thing. A professor, a senior person who is working in academia, if their paper is retracted, so it is a kind of defame. People will talk wrong thing about them, उसने चोरी किया होगा तभी उसका पेपर रिट्रैक्ट हुआ, but this is not the always case. Retraction might be for some other technical issues also, where author is not guilty for the retraction, but it happens. Okay. Some other kinds of consequences are there, like in academia, insult. In United States, I have been told by few people that you will be forced to resign from your job and you will not find any academic job anywhere in United States. So it's kind of academic death if you are caught of plagiarizing. Then social punishment is there. Media coverage will come in newspapers, your name will be there, and you know our country's media. So they will do whatever they want to make masala. So if suppose a senior professor or a vice chancellor is charged with plagiarizing somebody else's work, so the news will flash and plagiarism will be treated as chori. Chori kiya hai isne. So social defamation hai. Then punishment by the institute that you will be forced to resign from your position, and it has happened. Whatever I'm talking here, all these things have happened. So I'll show a few examples. Like one media coverage was there, 2 PhD guides found guilty of plagiarism. So their names will appear here and people will come to know about them. Then Madras University bans a scholar for plagiarism. So one scholar plagiarized something, the Madras University took a decision to ban the research scholar. That came to news media. There are hundreds and thousands of similar news. I have taken only few. IMTech, CSIR scientists used fake data in 7 published papers. So this kind of news and media coverage will come. German education minister resigns amid plagiarism scandal. So one German minister was charged of plagiarism and the government forced her to resign. Jamia Millia Islamia researchers hit by plagiarism slur. Minister resigns because of plagiarism. So now you know that plagiarizing is something serious. Although it is not a legislative matter, it is not legally wrong or legal punishments are there, but socially and morally we have seen there are punishments. So now it's our turn to learn exactly what is plagiarism and how to avoid it. Okay, are you ready for this? This is a bigger problem.
Yes, sir.
If nobody speaks, no, I think nobody is listening to me.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will also keep quiet, and at the right time I will say goodbye.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to learn more, you should be interactive, you should be vocal. Okay. Especially when a librarian is teaching you. If a professor is teaching you, no worries. They are habitual of speaking. They will speak whatever they have planned to speak and finish it. Lecture complete. We are not the lecturers. We are librarians, working professionals. So whatever we have learned, we try to make you learn during our presentation. And because of that, I am poking here. Somebody should speak up, okay? So anyways, now it's my duty to make you understand what plagiarism is and how to avoid it. So I have taken this slide, the contents of this slide from a website called plagiarism.org. So I am citing, therefore I'm not plagiarizing, okay? And I would recommend you spend some time on this website to educate yourself. I educated myself by spending time on this website and related websites to know about plagiarism. And that helped me a lot while submitting my PhD thesis. So you educate yourself, go to plagiarism.org, not now, later on. Now you just listen to me, okay? So in simple words, plagiarism means copying words or ideas from someone else without giving credit. Clear? Simple, crisp and simple. If you copy some words or you copy idea from somebody else and don't give the credit, it is plagiarism. Okay? Failing to put a quotation in quotation marks. I told you in the beginning of my talk, if you have taken others' words, others' sentence, and you don't put under double quote, you are plagiarizing. Giving incorrect information about the source. The references we are giving at the end of the write-up, if those information are not correct, that is also a way of plagiarism. 420 का केस जो इंडिया में होता है 420. Okay, changing words but copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit. So find and replace or synonym we use, and few words we change and we think it is fine. I am not plagiarizing, so that is not the case. We will see all these things one by one with example. And I assure you, by the end of this session, you will be sure, you will have no doubt about when you are plagiarizing, when you are not plagiarizing. Okay. So copying so many words or ideas from a source that it makes up the majority of your work. So that is also a way of plagiarizing. So these all things are written on plagiarism.com. Very simple things and very simple to know. As simple as your grandfathers, your father, mother, means parents and grandparents might have told you sometime in your life we should not lie. झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए. Everybody must have been told by somebody. It is as simple as that. And it is also as simple as that we all lie. We all lie. Although I can say I have stopped lying a few years ago. I try not to lie, and definitely not for my benefit. I will not lie. So in general, I don't lie. And during giving these lectures only, I realized plagiarizing, if I know that I am plagiarizing, so only I can stop myself. No grandparent will come and say, do not plagiarize. They have been telling to the generations for many generations, but everybody is lying, everybody is stealing. So it is as simple as that. Chori nahi karna, jhoot nahi bolna. Only that. Sorry, मैं सुन नहीं पाया.
खड़ी हो जाती है.
Oh, you are talking
by mistake there.
Okay, chalo. So these are the simple things to know about plagiarism, and we will see with example for each case. And at the end of the session, you will be sure. This we will run through Turnitin. Turnitin you might know. Turnitin is a software for similarity checking, which helps us avoid plagiarism. So they did a survey of 900 plus higher educational instructors, and they found different types of plagiarism. So just skip it. You can find all these things on Turnitin. This is cloning. Cloning means makhi ka makhi. The way original left hand side original paper, unoriginal is right hand side that I have written, for example. So I have not changed anything. It is hu bahu makhi ka makhi. This is called cloning. So this is clear case of plagiarism, right? This is Control C. I can copied and pasted and changed few words, few small words I changed. It is clearly plagiarism. This is find and replace. Few words, synonyms I have changed. So this is clear case of plagiarism. Just changing few words is not enough. So when exactly does plagiarism occur? Remember this claim I told you in the beginning. As an author, if you have taken others' thought content, others' idea, and you put in their own words, you have to put under double quote and give citation. If you have taken others' word and others' thought content, and you have written in your own words, then you have to paraphrase. What is paraphrasing? We will see practically. Or you can write as a summary. Summaries are normally written in literature and philosophy kind of subjects, normally, but in literature review it can go. So we have to give citation. So put under double quote, give citation, no plagiarism. If you don't give citation, plagiarism. If you don't put under double quote, plagiarism. If you are paraphrasing, if the paraphrasing is not appropriate, what is appropriate, I will tell you, then it is plagiarism. Even if you have paraphrased and you have not given the citation, it is plagiarism. So citation is required when you are quoting, when you are paraphrasing. Okay, as simple as that. So now we learned it. Okay, now I will give you few examples and you have to apply your mind whether it is plagiarism, yes or no. Okay. So take for example, this is original document I am referring to. Smith 1999. Some psychologists argue that emotions are crucial to rational decision making. This is one statement I have taken from Smith. Okay. Some psychologists argue that emotions are crucial to rational decision making. Fine. Now I'm going to use this sentence in my writing, and you have to tell me whether it is plagiarism or not. Okay. So now you read and tell me, is this plagiarism?
Yes, it is.
It is. Why?
Yes, it is.
Why?
क्योंकि सर इसमें नाम मेंशन नहीं किया गया।
साइटेशन नहीं दिया है।
यस सर।
साइटेशन नहीं, और डबल कोट में भी नहीं डाला है,
कोटेड में
है ना, दोनों अपराध। ठीक है, चल अगला, ये ट्राई बॉल था, सबके लिए आसान था, अभी भारी वाला बॉल आएगा। धीरे धीरे गेम, इट इज अ गेम, this is not a lecture, this is a game to make you understand. Okay, this is plagiarism. Why? Quotations are missing and citation is missing. Fine, now you read this and tell me. जब तक तुम लोग नहीं बोलोगे मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ूंगा।
सर ये भी नहीं है क्योंकि इसमें भी साइटेशन नहीं है सर, डबल कोटिंग तो है बट साइटेशन नहीं किया है।
तो प्लेजरिज्म हुआ कि नहीं? यस और नो?
हुआ
यस हुआ ना,
Yes,
क्योंकि साइटेशन। गुड गुड, नाउ रीड दिस एंड टेल मी।
इसमें भी हुआ क्योंकि इसमें सर डबल कोटिंग नहीं किया है।
हाँ, साइटेशन पूरा दिया है लेकिन डबल कोट नहीं
किया है।
सो दिस बिकम्स प्लेजरिज्म। अभी यहाँ देखो,
इसमें नहीं होगा क्योंकि इसमें सब कुछ सही है,
वाह,
उन्होंने साइटेशन भी दिया है, डबल कोटिंग भी किया है।
सो दिस इज नॉट प्लेजरिज्म। तो समझ गए, खेल हो गया पूरा और गेम क्लियर है कि साइटेशन होना चाहिए और कोटेशन होना चाहिए। फाइन, इतना तो सब लोग समझ गए होंगे। नाउ द बिगर क्वेश्चन कम्स। Now I learned how to avoid plagiarism in my writing. What I will do, I will put under double quote, I will give citation, nobody will catch me कि इसने plagiarism किया. But can we write entire research paper by quoting others' work, just putting under double quote everything? No, we cannot write. We cannot write paper in that fashion. So we cannot write the paper by quoting everything. So what else we can do? That is called paraphrasing. ये थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, दिस वन इज लिटिल ट्रिकी, लेकिन मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा कि आप लोग एकदम क्लियरली समझ जाओ। मास्टर आज नहीं बनोगे, मास्टरी विल टेक months of practice. You have to write, you have to paraphrase, you have to educate yourself, and then over a period of few months you will be expert. So what is paraphrasing? First, let us understand. So everybody is listening to me. At least 5 people should say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 2 3, चलो 3 ही बोला, चलो 3 को पढ़ाते हैं। So this definition I have taken from Arizona University Library. Okay, and I have given the citation, the website, but I have not given the double quote. But this is a presentation, but I should have given ideally the double quote also. Okay, so what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is restating a passage from a source in your own words. Simple. मैंने शुरू में ही कहा था, आपने किसी और के डॉक्यूमेंट से उनके विचार लिए और अपने शब्दों में उसको लिखा, तो आपको पैराफ्रेज करना पड़ेगा। पैराफ्रेज का मतलब restating, rewriting a passage in our own words. Okay, now why I have taken this from Arizona University Library? Because it has clearly defined that there are 2 types of paraphrasing. One is acceptable, one is unacceptable. एक्सेप्टेबल मीन्स अप्रोप्रिएट पैराफ्रेजिंग। आप याद करें लेक्चर इस टॉक के शुरुआत में मैंने कहा था देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड अप्रोप्रिएट पैराफ्रेजिंग। सो अभी वो टाइम आ गया दैट वी शुड नो व्हाट इज अप्रोप्रिएट पैराफ्रेजिंग and what is acceptable. Something which is appropriate, that is acceptable, and what is not acceptable, what is unacceptable paraphrasing. This unacceptable paraphrasing turns to be the case of unintentional plagiarism. Because my English is not so good and I have tried my best but I could not paraphrase properly. So I'm not, मैं चोरी कर नहीं रहा हूं, ये गलती से हो रहा है. Okay, so the कानून व्यवस्था will take care of that later on, but my job is to make you understand, make you aware about appropriate paraphrasing. Okay, so proceeding. So for that there is some guidance given by Arizona University Library on their website. When we are paraphrasing, we should be sure not to just rearrange or replace a few words. That is not sufficient. Rearranging or replacing few words is not sufficient. And once we paraphrase something, we should reread it after some time carefully and then match with the original, whether it is matching or not, like that they have given. So we will see all these things practically. So I have taken this another definition, and I love this definition because I love these authors, Booth, Columb, and Williams. One of the best books I have, not one of the best book I have read in my life. This book is called, now I'm forgetting the title. This is a book about research. What is research? And written by, when I read it, it was written by 3 authors, later on 4 authors, published by Chicago University Press. The Craft of Research. The book title is The Craft of Research. I will recommend you. You can Google it. Older version is available in PDF format, although I loved this book in 2011-12. So I bought it and still I'm holding a copy, and it's enjoy to learn what research is if you read this book. Okay, so I have taken this definition of paraphrasing from this book, The Craft of Research, and I have broken the definition to make you understand. Okay, this is a one sentence, this is complete, 2 sentences are there, I have broken into bullet points. So now let us learn what paraphrasing is. So the book says you paraphrase appropriately, which is acceptable, when you represent an idea in your own words more clearly or pointedly, more pointedly than the source does. Okay, but readers will think that you plagiarize if they can match your words and phrasing with those of the source. 2 बातें इस बुक ने कही. पैराफ्रेजिंग मीन्स राइटिंग, दूसरे के आइडिया को अपने वर्ड्स में लिखना है मोर क्लियरली, अब ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से, लेकिन हमारे सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर ओरिजिनल सोर्स के स्ट्रक्चर से मैच नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर वो मैच हुआ, अगर रीडर ने मैचिंग को देख लिया या सेंस किया, सो यू माइट बी चार्ज्ड ऑफ प्लेजियराइजिंग. ठीक है, so structure is important, structure of the sentence and the phrasing also. So इतना जानने के बाद हम लोग वही वाला गेम फिर से शुरू करेंगे. Before going to the game, you read this sentence, you have to read it peacefully. I'm giving you more than 1-2 minutes. You read it properly and then we will talk. 2 minutes. पढ़ लिया? only two things are there. What I have just spoken right now, it is one paragraph, two sentences. Okay. Now just assume that you have to paraphrase these two sentences. So let us try with one example. You read this sentence. This is a paraphrasing of the above two sentences. Above passage has been rewritten. Okay. In the second passage, the same idea has been explained using different words and changing some structure also, but still somehow it looks like similar to the first passage. Okay. Now, don't feel stressed if you cannot distinguish these two things. I told you I can just give you a taste of appropriate paraphrasing, and you have to spend on yourself. You have to invest in your writing style. You have to invest in educating yourself on different aspects of research, not only doing research, writing also. So it will take time. Don't worry. It took 3-4 months for me, 6 months ideally, to learn a bit. I cannot say I'm master of this paraphrasing because English मेरा कुछ बहुत अच्छा है नहीं. Somehow I managed. So when we don't have full control on the vocabulary and grammar, so it becomes little difficult to paraphrase. But if you do it regularly, then you will improve. Fine. So don't get stressed. Let us proceed and reread this third passage, the last passage. So now you can figure out this is completely different way of saying the same thing. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
And if you don't agree, it is your problem because मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Everything is written in that book. This paragraph, this paraphrase, everything is there in that book. And they are the professors of English in Chicago University. So forget about doubting them, right? So this is the right way of doing paraphrase. Fine. So somebody forget it for now. So now we know how to paraphrase. Good. We cannot learn, we cannot become master of paraphrasing right now, but we can become master of not to plagiarizing right now. How to get that mastery? Let us restart our game. Earlier the game was with quotation and citation. This time it is paraphrasing and citation. Okay. So you remember our source. Some psychologists argue that emotions are crucial to rational decision making. Okay. So with the same source, I'm going to use the same sentence in my writing. This time I'm not going to quote it. I'm going to paraphrase it. Okay. Now you will learn the most important, the vital learning of my talk. So you tell me whether it is plagiarism or not. Yes or no? Yes. Because same sentence is there. Now here.
Yes.
Why?
तो बहुत कम ही वर्ड को सर चेंज किया है, मोस्ट ऑफ द
Oh,
वर्ड को सच रखा
very
है.
good. Very good. Very good. Array, I think I have picked the old presentation. I had marked those changes. Give me 1 minute, so it would be easier. I picked a wrong file, probably. Let me see. Yes, I improved my talk and by mistake I picked old PPT. So here I have given the original sentence at the bottom just to make it easier to compare, and the main body is rewriting the same thing. So here you said this is plagiarism. Now here. You read this and tell me. I have to pick a phone. Just a minute. Huh? Hello. हेलो हाँ नमस्कार सर
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
So this is the plagiarized. It is yes. This is see, Kuldeep ji, sir will join in a minute. Yeah. So there's a question. I think you are not there. So this question you have to answer. Read this sentence and tell us is this is plagiarized or not. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, it is plagiarized.
Kuldeep, are you here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let us know about this sentence.
Sorry, it took a little bit more. Actually, one professor from Aligarh Muslim University, so I had to take the call. Okay, so you tell me yes or no. Here. Yes. The changes you see. Here you name किसी और को.
पैसे के लिए सोनी से मेरी बात हुई डिस्कस को वो कह रहे हैं इस पर पेमेंट जमा
सोनी से बात हो गई
जी सर
तो कर
ठीक सर
आई मीन किन बट वीडियो का लेक्चर
कोई नहीं सर
ठीक अब तो करवा
ठीक सर
yes you tell me in this case this is kind of googly huh I told you that we are going to talk about paraphrasing only but here quotation marks are coming But you tell me yes or no.
Citation is not there.
Citation is missing.
Yes.
Fine. Here you tell me.
Citations
Yes.
are there, but it is not paraphrased.
Citation is there, but there is no change. Now this one.
Yes.
This is also yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are muted. I'm not trying to say anything.
Sorry, another urgent call.
No,
Now let me show you. This is not, because it is under double quote and citation is given. Now coming to this one. And 1 more minute I will take. Sorry, actually I came to office after long tours. So many things are going on. So this I wanted to share with you, the shortest length of the text to put under double quote. So again, there is no rule of thumb, but in general, people say, and it is practiced, the 4 or more consecutive words, if you are copying from somebody else, it should be put under double quote. Okay. Now, can we write the thesis or research papers by quoting everything? No. Oh. Okay. I think I missed the trait. These telephones disturb me. 5 more minutes I will take here so that you become more confident about this paraphrasing. Done. I have completed, just I forgot to discuss here. Okay. So paraphrasing means not simply changing 1 word or 2 word or 3 words. The entire sentence structure should also be changed. This is one idea. And you have to educate yourself on paraphrasing by spending time for your uplifting. Okay. Everybody has to learn, because you have to write your PhD thesis or you have to write your research paper. You need to do this. These things I'm skipping now because we have to go to other topic also. So as of now, I'm closing this talk, and actually it's a long talk. It's for half-day program. Whatever I'm going to cover in 2 small lectures was a half-day program. So now, if you have any doubts, questions, then you ask me, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर अगर पैराफ्रेजिंग टूल्स जो होते हैं जैसे क्विलबोर्ड वगैरह हैं अगर सर हम उससे भी अगर पैराफ्रेजिंग करते हैं तो क्या कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है?
प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आएगा, बट यू विल नॉट लर्न।
ओके,
टूल्स को यूज करके पीएचडी तक तो निकाल सकते हैं
यस सर।
लेकिन रियल लाइफ में जीवन नहीं चलेगा।
ओके सर,
ओके,
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन, डाउट और समथिंग? No. So now we are going to reference management software mainly. Fine. Or do you need few minutes of break, 2-3 minutes?
As you say, sir,
हाँ,
आपको जैसा सही लगे सर। आई थिंक
तो मुझे लगता है 5 मिनट का ब्रेक करते हैं, and then we will start and we will cover in time.
ओके सर।
Fine. So we will meet in 5 minutes.